Good evening, afternoon, and morning for everyone here. JFC again, Jackson along with Fry. Fry, how's it been this last couple of weeks?
Yeah, man, my dear man. It has been quite a busy week, but I try to come and get the show either way.
Yeah, man, we have to keep getting the show done as much as possible. We did technically miss last week, but not to worry, guys. It's a jam-packed show with basically every single thing that we've missed in the last couple of weeks. Firstly, we'll start with just some moves in the transfer window by some Jamaican players. Obviously, we did mention in December that there would be some moves to look out for, and some have taken place. John Russell, a midfielder, has made the move to Mansfield Town on loan from Barnsley. Um, funny thing, he was on the bench today for his first League One appearance for the club. And the moment he came on, two chances created, got three goals scored for the team. So it seems it's a John Russell effect. They're scoring goals now. Um, so that's wonderful. Dexter Lembakisa, his loan has ended at Lincoln City. He's back with Wolves, and currently they are assessing the situation whether a sale or another loan deal. His contract does end in the summer. As far as I know, there's no option. I did speak with some people in the lower divisions where there may be some clubs interested in taking him for the remainder of the season. So we'll look to that. And finally, just another one to get in there quickly. Norman Campbell has gone to Japan. Now, Norman Campbell has joined the Japanese side, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to get it wrong. Nagasaki. It's Varen Nagasaki. Um, on a deal running till June 2028 for around €1 million. So that is probably the fifth, if I'm not mistaken, Reggae Boy to ever move or transfer for over €1 million at a single time. So that is wonderful. Fry, what do you make of these moves here? Um,
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I wasn't familiar with these moves beforehand, but it's brilliant, and I expect great things.
yeah, we do hope that the moves are great for players because the better they are, the better it is for us, especially with in the case of Russell and Lembakisa who need to play. And that comes all the way down to the new selection policy. We're gonna run this quick, guys. But if you can't keep up, well, the new selection policy for the JFF, as mentioned by interim coach Rudolph Speed, there are just a few criteria. You must play in the top 20 leagues in the world, obviously. So you have to be at one of the top countries. If not in the top 20, whichever country you are, say you're playing in Macedonia or Bulgaria, you have to play in the first division there. You have to have represented before or have parentage to be eligible, and you have to exhibit a high performance quality along with fitness level. Fry, this does make things a bit different now because, as we know, players like Dixon and Whisper Richards and people like that don't play at the highest level in their country. Do you think this will hinder some of our talents coming into the
Um,
team or make it a
the,
bit
the,
trying?
it's a hard requirement, right? It sets a standard. It sets a standard. I don't have any problem with the standard being set. But the truth is, who is hitting that requirement in the Jamaican squad? Who really? Not enough players are doing it. And
Mhm.
I'm interested to see how this works. So I'm not going to bash it. It's a good idea. I'm interested, But it's definitely going to alienate a lot of the high quality players that we do have. And there's an issue where players of better quality and better standards get into better leagues and better teams and have harder times breaking in. So there's this weird dichotomy of the players who are good enough play the players who are good enough to play may be good enough to play in bad teams but not good enough to play in great teams, you know what I mean? So
Mm.
we will see how it turns out. I'm very interested. I think it's a good standard, and I don't have any I want to see how it looks in a Jamaica team.
Yeah, completely understand. And some people, the thing is, right, for example, with us, where Borrell is our best striker, he plays in the second division in England, right? He'd still be eligible because when I checked yesterday, the championship actually is ranked as a top seven league now. It's point 0.7 points over the Portuguese league now. So the championship is a tougher league than Portugal as per FIFA. So championship and such is good. I think the buck stops at League One, which is about 20th or 21st. MLS somehow is ranked 10th. Don't ask me why. That's pure Messi bias. Um, but this would be good for the players, playing at the high level. And the best part of that sentence, playing, not just in the squad or whatever. Like for example, Shamar Nicholson, his side Tijuana signed Joseph Martinez. There are four strikers, and he's about fifth choice now. He might need to move, even though he's just gone there, and I don't expect him to move. So will a player like him miss out? Will a player like, as we mentioned, Whisper or Dixon miss out? Those are some of the challenging things. Ronaldo Webster as well. So those are some of the challenging things that may cause an issue for the players going forward. Um, we did mention here. Yes, okay. Moving on to the next section. This is more recent. Reggae Boyz will be taking on Grenada. By the time you hear this, would be 4 p.m. on Sunday in a friendly international, just to get some fitness up. I did provide the squad with Fry, so Fry, if you could go through the squad, I made sure to not provide the names to you, just give you the entire listing, so when you go through, your disappointment can hit at the same time. So
Yeah, give me a moment while I pull up
yeah,
the information. Um, uh,
hmm yeah, man. But by the time, while Fry looks it up, by the time you guys see this, the match preview and predicted 11 will have been posted on the same website along with our Twitter. Again, thanks again, guys, for actually reading the articles that are out there. Currently, we're averaging between 5 and 8 views per day, which is not
what
bad
the
for a
hell is this
starter.
bullshit?
So I
What
guess
type
he
of
saw the
squad
squad.
this? What this? What the? I be telling about show me this. It, it feel like you're sending me just a pile of cow shit. This is madness. Kyle Ming, who is that? Who is that? Half of these guys I don't know. What
All
is
right,
going on?
all
What kind
right.
of
So
squad
in
this?
the 24-man squad, 16 of the players are JPL players, domestic based, as we're trying to get their fitness up. Technically, it's not a FIFA window, so we can't actually get the
Oh,
bigger
I
players
see.
currently.
I see.
So as the squad reads, it's Amal Knight, Tafari Chambers, and Daniel Russell as the goalkeepers. Defenders, Damian Lowe, Ronaldo Webster, Christopher Ainsworth, Kyle Ming, Stephen Young, Fitzroy Cummings, Giovanni Leng, and Nico Brown. Midfielders, Jashawn Anglin, Shamar Watson, Nikhil Ellis, Kevon Lambert, Dwight Merrick, and Adrian Reed Jr. And the forwards, Warner Brown, Nick Kalia Fuller, Dwayne Atkinson, Deshane Beckford, Jordan Fletcher, Daniel Green, and Corey Burke. Now
Who?
that's the name that pissed me
Who?
off.
What you call this terrorist name? Hey man, tell you though, this footballing terrorist. I cannot believe he's back. He's back. This man is like 97. I can't, boy, it's a disgrace. I guess it's who willing to show up to this, and I'm not expecting anything out of this. I don't even want to watch this side play football. I'm not gonna be completely honest. But no want to see this. But no want. Better watch the under 18 get 17 against Qatar or something. Because me no know what this, but I guess it's aside. I guess it's aside.
Yeah, I mean, my question to you actually, we weren't gonna look on Corey Burke. That was always gonna trigger everybody in that ever knows Jamaican football. But we're gonna bring up, obviously Adrian Reed Jr., the teenager that was initially called up on the McLaren but given no minutes. Tafari Chambers, who is Mount Pleasant goalie, always in the national team program. Um, the other player, Jordan Fletcher, is the leading goal scorer in the JPL. He's got 9 goals in 12 games played this season. So the main question is, are you confident that any of these players would be able to push the push the criteria, for example, to make it into the squad come March? Because apart from this game, the JFF did say they were going to have another friendly international in February. Again, no FIFA window, so more likely would be more of these players. But do you see any of them pushing to get in? For example, we don't have midfielders. Do you see any of those guys pushing in?
Um, I don't see nobody pushing in by March. The football clubs don't revolve around Jamaica, so they're not going to play a footballer just because he needs to play to get into the national team. So I don't see how it in a way this might just end up shoot they might end up shoot themselves in the foot with this requirement because it really it's I don't know. I have second thoughts. I think it's a good idea, but in theory, but in the reality, when you think about the Jamaican players who play is really JPL for the most part, and a few of our informed forwards, but usually on a club level, our players are not achieving frequent starts.
Mm, yeah, man, I completely understand. I mean, look, I'll be watching the game. Obviously, I have absolutely nothing to do on a Sunday evening. Um, Potentially a commentary request, right? We could look at this game as a potential option, but I think it's too late to try and have that done. We didn't get any proper authority for anything right now, so
Mm.
um we're not able to do that. But we will have a commentary before the end of the season, just like we did in the last couple of seasons with the National League playoff final. So hopefully it's just a more entertaining or enticing game than that. Now, right now, there's not really much more that I do have on my end. As we said, keeping this short, as a lot of things have come up along with the game tomorrow. So we're going to take a quick break, as Fry normally does, 30 seconds, and we'll find out who kicks the bucket this week. We did have a conversation midweek, and Fry is potentially dying to know why I've chosen a certain someone or institution to kick it this week. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
Yo, welcome back to my favorite section of the show where I tell you who is going to kick the bucket this week. And boy, it's only one man. It's only one man. And it is the orange man, Trump.
Mm.
Donald Trump will kick the bucket, man. He might go on with too much madness. He might go with too much madness. He might kick the bucket last week for kidnap the man out time country. But but no, he has to get it. He has been going crazy, and I live in a community with a lot of Hispanic, very Hispanic prominent community, and just for them to go to the gas station and buy some cigarette, they're being harassed by ICE agents, have to be running, jumping over wall, jumping in the car, driving off. Like it's crazy. It's crazy going on right here, man. There's been just ICE driving up and down, patrolling, knocking on my door, asking if there's any Mexicans home. If I was illegal, I would be very scared right now. But I fortunately I have my documents, so I'm not cooked. But I feel it for all my illegal immigrants that are here trying to make a living and getting hunting down like criminals. It's crazy. Trump I kick the bucket for that. That's a madness.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, all of what's been going on with you guys, and then he wants Greenland, of course, because for some reason, Greenland is a prize. Still under Danish rule, and he says anybody who opposes, will be will get some tariffs under them skin. So that's Donald Trump for you and all of those things. Um, Obviously, we're glad that you do have your papers, so they don't get rid of you. We can't have
Right
you
now, if ICE
getting
will
deported
come and
or
get a nice lawsuit,
anything.
bad man.
Yep, go
Mhm.
no lower than 8 figures, mate. No lower than 8 figures. Yeah, man.
Sometime I go out there and speak Spanish just to to make them to come attack me. Because I say, no, I know black, I don't Mexican, I
I know that.
Cuban. I know black.
Yeah, man. It's getting a bit out of hand up there, really. I'm just preparing for when the World War starts. I'm just saying not before the World Cup because I kind of need that tournament to continue. You guys can start in August, but just don't cancel the World Cup. A lot of people have already spent their money for the tickets. Um, but for me now, and I did message you to tell you exactly who I knew was going to kick the bucket this week. And it might seem weird or unfair or whatnot, but who's kicking the bucket for me this week? Technically sport related, but it's Dick Orchard College, right? The entire school, right?
Oh my gosh.
Um, because you see, on school challenge quiz, it started back, right? And all of those things. Dick Orchard playing Camperdown, and I always tune it in because I like to see how stupid these kids are. I count my own score and see if I'm better than a panel of kids anyway. And there was a sports question, right? And she said, look at the monitor and identify this person. Now, while they work on getting that up on the screen, the cart, not the cartridge, Campadone, they got Igor Thiago. And they said it was Brian and Buemo. I'll give them that. Bad hairline, playing for Brentford, beard. That's cool, right? Fry, who do you see on your screen right now?
Jean-Philippe. Jean-Philippe Mateta.
Okay. Now he was shown for the Cartridge College, and they said that was Isaac Alexander. Who the fuck is Isaac Alexander?
Uh,
And
to be
I think
fair,
I know who it is. I think they're saying Isaac, but even got his name
Isaac.
order wrong.
School challenge quiz. Wait, which school challenge quiz? You said the Cartrick College. My
Yes,
word.
it's a senior. It's not even like it's the kids. These are actual close to adult type people. And they looked at this man and was like, Isaac Alexander. If I had no brain, I would be wondering who the hell is that? And I'm like, there's no way they think that's Isaac and called his name in the wrong order,
Oh
like he's
my
South
word.
Korean. But my word, man, I couldn't believe it. Then mate, they've been absolute rubbish. I mean, there was Oberlin on Friday, and they said who released the song One Dance in 2015? And you know who released One Dance, right?
Yeah. The the
Everybody
the
knows
light
who
the
released
light skinned Canadian.
Everybody knows who released One Dance, mate. So
They're not like us.
why the hell did these kids say it was released by Whitney Houston in 2015?
My word. My
Mate,
word.
I'm losing my head because this is the future of our country. I'm beginning to realize why governments never change at certain periods in time in this country. Because there is no evidence to show me that the younger generation will have any knowledge to say, let's try something else, rather than we'll just keep doing our thing and whatever. I mean, bro, it's been a terrible week. And I mean an absolutely awful week, mate. It's been fucking horrendous. It's been as bad a week as freaking. Who's had a bad week so far? Freaking. Let's say Arsenal. Draw constantly and not winning shit. But my word, bruv. The schools in this
Yeah.
country, the teachers, I don't know what's going on. But for you not to know one dance, that means you have there are no vibes in your school. And for you to mix up a tall slim Swedish guy with a big truck like bald headed nigga, then something wrong with you. It's just simple something wrong with you.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
man.
it's really bad. They're cooking. They're cooked. They're not cooking. They're cooked.
Yeah, they're cooked, man. I just can't with it, mate. um just a quick thought, because there's nothing really left here. Apparently only three players in Europe's top five leagues have more goal involvements than a certain quote unquote reggae boy hopeful who Rudolph Speed is still trying to recruit in Mason Greenwood. Um, and those three players are the three Ballon d'Or candidates: Harry Kane, Mbappe, and Erling Haaland. Um, which is very, very surprising, seeing as I thought it would have been someone else from the French league. But hey, Greenwood is doing his thing. I think if he cares about individual things, he will be forced to take the call in March, just because of the Ballon d'Or criteria. Because if he's going band for band with those three people and then takes up internationals and then does anything with Jamaica, it doesn't even have to be big. Hell, score two goals, boom, Ballon d'Or. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's performing really well. He's performing really well. I just want to see him in our World Cup squad, man. He needs it. He needs it. He's generational.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, we need it. People will always say, "Oh, the Jamaica need a player like Mason Green," but he does need us as well, because if he's ever gonna try to progress as a player, the international is gonna be a thing. Tuchel has closed that door firmly. Tuchel's not going anywhere, um, anytime soon, anyway. And I don't think he'll sit on his ass and wait 3 or 4 years for a new manager. So he does need us to really be known as a, hey, he was a guy who helped out the country type person. Which, look, it would be great for him, great for his career, great for us. By the way, another thing, Richard King St. Mirren went through in the next round of the cup, beating Livingston on penalties today. Um, Brilliant for your guy, and hopefully he carries that form into March. Oh, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody who visits the web page. I have stressed this before, but Fry will be putting something out. Don't you worry. When he does, you will definitely know. Um, well, Fry, any final thoughts to your adoring fans?
Vamos. Hey.
You really want ice kicked down your door, bro. You're not even trying to hide it anymore.
Ah,
Man,
good.
you're not even try, man. Oh man. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Everybody stay safe and take care. We'll see you next time.